Can you dig it, sucker?
Live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. Join the 6-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, and WWE NXT announcer, Booker T. Booker T. Alongside his right-hand man, the Boat, Brad Gilmore. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer, man. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me as always, man, here inside the Hall of Fame. When you get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams, man. I had to wet the lips when I did that today just to make sure everything's moist. You know what I'm saying? One thing, everybody, for stepping inside the Hall of Fame as well, guys. Appreciate you guys as always coming in for this being 975 how you doing, man? You got the nice little, jacket on. You know what I mean? Everything. The scarf is, looking blended. The tie, everything's got a certain blend to it. It's the cool weather. You're getting a chance to feel it a little bit. I get it. Me personally, I'm just getting off the road. I've been asleep all day, but I got something just to kick me in right here.
Yes, that is a empty can with AG1 filled in it and water.
No, I took my AG1 earlier. I mean, I kicked my day off with my AG1. I'm religious with that stuff, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. People think that that's just an advertisement. Guys, I'm serious. It's real. AG1 is real. My body feels a whole lot better since I've been taking it. I'm not just sitting here, giving a testimonial just because, they're one of our sponsors or anything like that. They sent me the box. I didn't even know what it was. And I said, let me just try it. And again, this is not, it's a testimonial, but it's real. It's real. And I haven't drank coffee now in 4 months.
Wow.
4 months. I haven't drank a sip of coffee, man. I don't even think about coffee no more, bro. I swear when I get up and hit the road at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I'm spry. I'm exuberant. I'm ready to go, man. So guys, get on board. Get on the AG1. It'll help you out, seriously.
Now I know I saw some people asking in the chat earlier or just a minute ago about our super chats. Now we're still taking super chats, but I think that are we here? Are we ready? Are we gonna?
We ready.
Are we?
Ready. Yeah, we ready.
We're ready.
We ready, man. Okay. We ready. You know what? I'm gonna let you do the honors.
Me do the honors?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I think you have a certain feel, when you deliver messages like that. You know what I mean? The drum roll and all. You got the hair, everything. It goes
Tell them what they want. They've won a brand new car.
Exactly. You look like somebody that would be playing on a game show or something like that. Seriously, man. So
the price is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, look, we've been doing the super chat entry, and
before we even before we even announce it though. This is big for us.
Yeah,
this is huge for us to be able to bring someone to Houston, Texas, to be a part of reality wrestling, become a VIP member of the Row. This is huge because this is just the beginning. This is something that we're going to be doing on a regular basis, guys. So don't miss out. Don't get shut out. That's what me and Gene said back in the day. Don't miss out. Don't get shut out. It was promoting one of the shows. On this on an experience like this, because I'm really proud to be able to pull something off like this, just like when we did the show in Vegas, Reality of Wrestling in Vegas. I was so proud to be a promoter and be able to take reality of wrestling on the road. Now we're in a position to bring someone to reality of wrestling. I'm gonna tell you, man, it don't get more, no more special than that. All the money that you can make, none of it compares to things that you can do for other people. It really doesn't. I'm serious. Just, stopping and signing an autograph, shaking a hand, taking a photo, that stuff goes a long way. And for us to be able to do something like this, it's big. It's big.
It's a massive thing. I mean, I think that our fans here of the Hall of Fame are probably very excited that this idea came upon. It was really your idea. Then now here we are. Look at that.
Look at that. See that?
Long hair.
Treatments, man. I'm getting all kind of treatments to make sure I can hold on to it. It's like that right there. I'm saying I can bend over and it's touching the ground now, man. It's crazy. It's nuts. The old man still growing. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so this, just so everyone knows, we are going to fly this person in. This person will get put up in a room, and this person will be a VIP. And I think you even said you were going to throw in a per diem.
I think I threw in a $50 per diem.
A $50 per diem. This is incredible.
Your ass is only going to be here one day.
Only one day anyway. But it is that time to finally make the announcement. And if you're listening to us on the ESPN 97.5, 92.5 airways, on Podcast Heat, or on our Reality Wrestling YouTube channel, without further ado, the winner of the Christmas Chaos raffle via Super Chat is the often imitated but never duplicated, the one and the only, coming from the West Coast, the best coast, Cali Toenail. Cali Toenail is our inaugural winner of this. There we go.
Oh, shuggy, ducky, quack, quack. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, man, Cali deserved. I mean, he's somebody that represents reality wrestling already. He's somebody Cali go around the world representing reality of wrestling. And for Cali Toenail to become the first VIP member of reality of wrestling from that world that we, do this in right now, being able to reach people like this is so freaking cool. So Cali, come on down. That show is going to be Christmas Chaos. It's going to be going down December 2nd. And it's going to be a hell of a show. Trust me. I'm going to go put in a little extra work tomorrow to make sure, see if I can secure one of the NXT talent to be part of that show. We got, deadline coming up. So it's kind of like everything falling real close, and we got to get the right person. So definitely stay tuned to the Twitter account on the internet, yes. And you'll find out about who's going to be coming down and being a part of the row.
Yeah, well, we know for sure it's going to be Cali Toenail. Cali,
yeah, man.
Congrats, my man. And make sure you hit me up in the DMs, Cali. We're going to set you up with the Queen and the King himself so we can get all your travel information. We can get everything booked for the one and the only.
Women, they got Greyhound coming out of L.A., right?
Yeah. It's also called Spirit. That's essentially a Greyhound.
I'm just playing.
Greyhound with wings.
I'm just playing, man. I ain't gonna put your no Greyhound. But it was funny though.
Cali got tight for a second. Where he said, "Wait, yeah, thanks."
Nah, man. I've been flying. I've been flying for so long. We're gonna make sure we hook up Cali. Special treatment. You know what? I don't even want to spoil it. I want Cali to be able to deliver that experience to the world himself. So I tell you what, after this is even a bigger bonus. After the experience, we're going to have Cali Toenail here inside the Hall of Fame. How about that?
I love it.
How about that?
Cali is probably losing his mind right now.
No, man, that's what we do, man. That's what we do. So let's get ready to have some fun. More than anything, reality of wrestling, December 2nd. Christmas Chaos going down. Seriously.
So, Cali, slide in my DMs, my brother. We're going to send me your email. We're going to get all this squared away starting tomorrow. And we can't wait to meet you finally, man, in person after all these years of seeing your chats come on. Callie's always awesome. So, and he's just the first, as you said, Book. Not to belabor the point, but he's just the first.
Most definitely.
More to go. Well, I know we had a great reality wrestling show this past weekend. We're going to have an awesome one for Christmas Chaos. We got other stuff that's happening in the world. And
Shocking revelations.
There's shocking revelations that people are waiting to hear from you.
It. I want to hear them.
Well, you're the one delivering them. You are the shocking revelation.
Okay. I better start thinking of some stuff in the break here real quick. Some just, very, very, very controversial. So, guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. This is going to be one of those shows where, Brad, you got to deliver these revelations, and I'll expound upon them. It's going to be one of those type of days. But no, man, one thing I did want to talk about was the interview we had on 5 Minutes of Fame with Lexus King.
Yes.
It's been getting a lot of traction. And, people have been, having a lot of comments about it more than anything. Me personally, I appreciate Lexus King for opening up to us and giving us a piece of his soul, opposed to just giving us the regular generic interview. Anybody can do that. That's why when I wrote my book, From Prison to Promise, I opened myself up a whole lot for, people to look at me a certain way, of course. But I also went out and proved that I belong at the same time. And I think Lex is, coming from that life, having that dad, but really not having that dad.
Yeah. And
then having that stepdad who really wasn't there for you at the same time. You grow up quick. You grow up real quick, man. And you don't know what that experience is like until you're in an experience like that. So me personally, I just wanted to thank Lexus for coming inside the Hall of Fame and sharing, some real life, real life story, real life drama with us like that.
Yeah, and this is probably I don't know, a failure of my journalistic duty, I presume, but I was not aware that we were the first interview he had given since joining NXT in the WWE. That was news to me. I wasn't aware of it as it was going on. I would assume he would already done the media rounds. So yes, for that reason, I'm very pleased that he joined us, and because of the, just harsh truth. This might be a way to characterize it. The real truth, the
raw truth.
Raw truth. There we go. The raw truth. That's what he delivered. And I learned so much about him, not only as a performer and entertainer, but as a person throughout that encounter. And that was the first 5 minutes of fame that became the 25 minutes of fame. And I wasn't mad at it. I enjoyed listening to him, and he's a guy who you definitely thought everything through. Was very intentional in his decisions, even when his name, the name, taking king from his stepfather and reclaiming it, saying he's not a king, I'm a king. Whew, man.
Yeah. I'm glad he's in the WWE, and because I did know his dad. It is true that, his dad and I, we weren't, buddies, and then we weren't friends or anything like that. The story I told was actually a true story. But if I can help that kid any way I possibly can, I will. If I can, guide him a little bit and give him, just a little bit of that knowledge to, what I always say, had a wherewithal, understanding,
and know-how,
to be able to go out there and do this thing that I love, and I love being able to give back. Also, not to jump off on another subject real quick, but I just want to thank Mr. Hughes again for coming down and being a guest trainer at Reality Wrestling last week. Man, he did a hell of a job. And that's what I mean as far as being able to work with young people and love working with young people. I saw the love Curtis had working with my guys, and myself, I had that same love when I work with guys like Lexus. So yeah, man, awesome, man. But I want to see this kid excel.
Yeah, well, first off, yes, people who went to the Mr. Hughes seminar, and got to soak up that knowledge, right? They definitely benefited greatly from it. I know I talked to Rudy Garza, the Morning Star, and a couple other people who were there, and they just talked about how first of all how long the seminar was, but from a good perspective though.
7 to midnight.
7 to midnight.
Yeah.
And just the details, and I don't want to give too much away, but just the details that Hughes sees and works on with the guys. It was pretty cool, man.
It was cool, man. I swear, man. I can just see how much he loved it, especially at the end of the night. We always talk to our guys and, pep them up, pat them on the back. Sometimes, they get a swift kick in the rear at the same time. But just to listen to Curtis talk at the end of the night I was like, man, we got to get Curtis back down here, soon. And that was the first time, just like Lexus King, being our first, coming to the Hall of Fame, us being his first interview, that was awesome. Curtis was the first person that I've ever had come into my school and do a guest training session from a wrestler's perspective, from someone that I brought down and specifically brought him down for that reason. He's the first person I've ever had do something like that, just because I've always taught a philosophy. I always taught psychology. I always tried to teach a blueprint, and I teach there's no wrong way of doing it as long as you do it right. It's not too many people have those same thought processes, but when I listened to Curtis train my guys, and I was like, man, it sounds exactly like stuff that I would be saying, but just said totally different, in a totally different way. And I'm like, man, I'm still in that. It was one of those type of deals, So again, man, I appreciate Curtis for still having that passion to work with young guys and give them that knowledge. And there again, the guys that were there, they got it. The ones that wasn't there, they missed out on something that was very, very special and unique. But they'll get a second chance. They'll get a second chance. I promise them that.
Well, they'll get another chance. So what I want to go back to with Lexus King, though, is it must be difficult. Second generation, no matter what, probably difficult, right? To come in, like, especially if your dad or mom, for that matter, was a well-known, performer and had a great career for themselves. It's got to be difficult. I mean, Brian Pillman had a great run in WCW. I'd probably say his run in WCW was better than his run at WWF, in my opinion. But
by far.
But he had a great run and was, well respected within the business. And, obviously there's a lot of great stories about him and some crazy stories about him. They called him the loose cannon for a reason. And to come in like that, it must be strange. And he almost spoke to it, but it's just got to be strange for everyone to have this connection to your father. But you kind of don't have that. And then because I'm sure, like you did, I'm sure everybody has a story about his dad, right? And he just sounds like, yeah, that sounds like something he would do. But I think he really probably only knows him through the stories.
Yeah, a lot of those stories are controversial.
Some of them are, yeah.
Some a lot of moments that perhaps he may not want to think about.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand it. I grew up without my dad. I lost my dad when I was 10 months old. My dad's name was Booker T. So I've heard the Daddy Booker stories for so many years. Daddy Booker this, Daddy Booker that. Daddy Booker was, it was. So
that's what they called him.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know.
That's what they called him. So I'm like, I want to be like Daddy Booker. That's the way I felt. I never had the feelings perhaps that Lexus has with his father. My dad always saw that photo of him looking strong. Even though I didn't know him, I felt a connection just because of the stories, just because of that photo. So it resonates. It resonates. It's something that, follows you forever. So I actually can understand a little bit what he's going through.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, if y'all haven't seen the video or listened to the podcast, and if you're listening to us on ESPN 975, definitely go out and seek out that interview because it was very introspective from young Lexus King, and I always see Lexus. By the way, he's got a really cool look, especially on TV.
I just need him to lose 8 pounds.
8?
Yeah.
Not 7.
No, 8 pounds.
8.
8 pounds. I need Lexus King to lose 8 pounds.
And why is that?
Just because television make him look a little bit bigger.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, television make him look a little bit bigger in the wrong areas. You know, and I'll work with him on that. You know, make sure you get your jackets tapered, stuff like that. You know, it's little bitty things. And that's just me looking at it from an entertainment perspective. And one thing about wrestling is it's like an eye-catching business. You see things that's out of place like that when it's a wrestler walking down the aisle. You know, so especially these days, just because the fans are, you know, so smart. At least they want to be. They want to be smart. They want to be able to pick out every little flaw that you have. So you got to be on point when you're, you know, working in front of people. So yeah, but you know, he gonna be all right. He'll get there. You know, he'll get there. He's gonna hear this and he's gonna say, "Man, Book said I need to lose 8 pounds." And the thing is, not too many people will tell him that. Not too many people are gonna say, "Hey man, you need to lose 8 pounds," because they it's a sink or swim type of business. If you fail, you just fail, man. That's on you. No doubt. Seriously, bottom line. Not too many people are going to tell you your weaknesses. Just because, you know, it's not their business, and a lot of times they don't care, especially like just say, for instance, with one of the girls these days. If you go up to one of the girls and say, "Hey, you need to lose 6 pounds, 8 pounds," now you're body shaming them, opposed to trying to help them. Damn it, it's a few of y'all need to lose 6 to 8 pounds out there. Okay, I ain't saying no names.
These are the shocking revelations that I was talking about.
These are the shocking revelations, and this is true. All right, I ain't saying no names. Some of the girls, some of the guys. Don't think about it. If you ain't looking in the mirror, judging yourself, you got a problem. All right, because I'm judging you. I see it. I might not say nothing. I'll say something to the guys. I'm not going to say anything to the girls, just on GP, okay? But I'm saying it to the girls right now, okay? Don't think that the camera don't catch everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. We got to go to a break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. Back in a minute. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Lot of shocking revelations.
Shocking.
Going down today inside the Hall of Fame. But it's just real talk, man. It's just real talk. When I talk about stuff like that, I always say I had my time in the sun. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you right now too, dog. It was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. I mean, champagne wishes and caviar dreams, man. First class treatment. Oh, it was good. But I had my time, man. I had my time. I can't go back and redo it. But I do so want for these young people that haven't had that experience to be able to do it, man, because it's a monster, dog. It's a monster. I tell people all the time, my first trip that I ever got a chance to get on a flight and take, I had never been on a plane before, and I'm on a 15-hour flight to Tokyo, Japan, and I land in Narita Airport, man. I get a chance to experience, yakitori for the first time, Korean barbecue for the first time, it was amazing. It was amazing. Got a chance to walk. I mean, that was back in '91. They had cell phones already.
Oh man,
I swear, in the cars. And I was like, man, what the hell's going on? I felt like I was on the moon. And so I know what that feels like. I got a chance to ride in that bus when we got a chance to go on those tours. We had a 21-day loop in Japan, right? We was there for 21 days straight. And we may have wrestled, I don't know, maybe 15 out of that 21 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we was on a bus, bro, and we went through all of these little towns and, everywhere. It was, through mountains, where it's a cliff looking over the side. It was like that. And I'm like, what the hell? I got my Walkman, with my Frankie Beverly and Mays a tape in there, man. I'm just zoned out. And I'm like, how the hell did this happen? Where am I? It was like that. I don't even know where I'm at, man. I don't know. I'm serious. That's the way it was, but I was there. And I go, wow. So for me, when I talk about the Lexus Kings, when I talk about I give Brian Keith, so much props, for, headlining Reality of Wrestling, my last show. And Brian Keith, the bounty hunter. If you guys haven't checked out Brian Keith, the bounty hunter, you better check him out. This kid came to one of my shows. It stole his mom's car, and his car broke down, and we had to help get him home. And then he ended up joining the school, and now he's like one of the most sought after independent wrestlers in the world. And I'm so proud of that kid. I'm so proud of him. I remember I was telling him, man, I'm so proud of you, bro. And it was after the show. I said, man, I'm just, I was just, just wide out. I said, man, I can't believe it. I'm just looking at it. I can't believe it, man. I said, so proud of you, man. And then now you main event Reality of Wrestling. And I remember what's crazy was, I remember I did remember, but I was like, man, I know they gave him a payoff tonight, but I just said how proud I was of him, and I know the payoff when he got it. He was like, man, you should have been proud enough to bump this payoff up. So I sent him an extra $300.
Well, there you go.
I say, hey, man. I'm like, man, and that's the way I want to treat my guys. I'm serious, man, because if you come up and you do well, and I've never had one complaint from Brian. I think the whole time, not one, the whole time he's been a part of our promotion, and to see what he's done now, unbelievable.
Yeah, man. I mean, Brian has been there, since I started. This last show was my, I think 12 years, I think.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm so proud of that dude, man. I've seen him, go from a kid to now having 4 kids.
That's what he needed that extra 300 for.
Well, that's what I said, man. I'm like, man, let me send this brother an extra cash.
That's groceries for like half a week.
I'm serious. Half a day. What are you talking about? In some households. But no, man, I'm like, that's what I like. That's what I love about life. You know what I mean? I remember going down to the Global Wrestling Federation, and my brother was getting a tryout, and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. He said, "Who's this guy?" He goes, "It's your brother, man." He said, "That's my brother." He said, "He's a worker." Yes, my brother. He's a worker. And he goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, "His name's Booker T." And he goes, "Oh, you're the troublemaker." So somebody had already put a word out on me that I was a troublemaker. And I almost tried to blackball me before I ever got into business. See, man, that's what I'm saying. I remember going to Global and coming back, and I remember one of the old timers, that was running the show. He said, "Yo, I heard you went down at the Global, huh? You see that y'all don't want to be going down." So that's why Reality of Wrestling is different, because of all of the experiences that I had with all of those damn old promoters. None of them wasn't right. They all wanted to be the champ. They all wanted to hold you down. When there was some money coming in the building, they wanted to put it in their pocket and get you a 5 or 10. I remember a promoter one of our biggest shows, and I thought I was going to get at least $80 to $100 because I think I might have sold $200 worth of tickets for that show. And he came to me and he counted out $1 bills. I threw that $10 back in his face.
I would have too.
And I said, man, I'd never work for you ever again. I never, I don't have to call any names. They know he's not around anymore, but people, people still, know the name and whatnot. But I threw that $10 back in his face, man. I told him I'd never work for you again. And, and it was just on the principle, I mean, everybody else might have got $10 too. But I'm serious. But that's the way those promoters were back then. And I say, one day I'm going to open me a wrestling school, and I'm going to do it right. And I never really thought about the wrestling promotion. That's just something that evolved. And but I say I'm gonna be like Paul Bosch. The guys are gonna remember me as being one of the best promoters that they ever worked for, and that's what my legacy is. You know, rounding out to be, hopefully, in this final last run.
Well, I mean, the thing is about reality wrestling is we got a great crew. And it all is top down, right? And everybody looks after one another. Nobody's politicking. Nobody's stabbing anybody in the back. Nobody, not anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's all going smoothly. And I can't wait to Christmas Chaos to have Cali Tonell join us so he can take in his very first reality wrestling show. I do want another shocking revelation from you.
What's that?
I want to get your feedback. Now, look, obviously we're not a political show, but something happened in a Senate hearing yesterday that I feel like you can weigh in on.
The two guys almost got into a fight.
Yes. Senator Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma almost got into a fight with the head of the Teamsters.
Yeah.
Because I guess the guy from the Teamsters said something on Twitter like, "Hey, anytime, any place, cowboy," or something like that. And then the senator called him on it. And Bernie Sanders said, "Sit down, you're a United States Senator. Sit down."
I get control of the house. I got the gavel. Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, you saw it. What did you think of all that?
Well, I ain't finna be messing with nobody that's running around with the Teamsters. Okay, I don't care if you the MMA fighter or not. Okay, you barking up the wrong tree, man. That's
some bad things that happen to Teamster members in the past.
Man, you know what? That's the problem, though. That's really the problem, because one thing about a fight, it's like when it's just like say somebody called me out to a fight.
Right.
I'm never gonna run up on somebody and want to fight them. Because it's just not wise. It's not wise these days.
Mm-hmm.
Because people, we'll get back to that story. But I was looking at, it was on YouTube. It was this YouTuber, right? And he was just messing with this one guy. And the guy was like small, he looked frail. And he just kept barking. I mean, he had a camera in his face, and the guy just kept telling, "Man, leave me alone, man. Come on, man, leave me alone, man. You scare me. You scare me." And the guy was about 6'3", 6'4" tall, that was messing with the little guy. And the guy took out a gun and bam, shot him. Right there. And the cops didn't do nothing to him. They let him off after they saw the video.
Whoa.
So the thing is, you don't want to run up on somebody because somebody might have a knife and just stab you. Man, ain't nobody messing with some Teamsters. Come on, man.
Well, the thing is, though, the only thing the senator had going for him, I mean, I found out later he was an MMA fighter, but just like you don't mess with the Teamsters, somebody whose first name is Mark Wayne, it's not somebody I want to try. I don't know what's going on in that household. The man's name is Mark Wayne. That's his first name. Mark Wayne. I ain't messing with no Mark Wayne either.
Bro, when I saw that, I was like, man, these fools crazy, man. I mean, they done lost their damn mind in Congress, man.
Well, we got a place. We're here. You want to do it? Let's go. You want to do it? Let's go. And I'm like, what is going on?
Stand up. You stand up.
You stand up.
And then the fools stand up like an idiot. I mean, what is going on here, man? What is going on with this world?
You're a United States Senator.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro.
Bernie.
I mean, we definitely have gotten way out of whack as far as people really working for us. I don't know. And the thing is, man, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. Because we're electing people like that. We're so caught up in this me against you war. It's nuts. It makes zero sense to me. It's just like, the new speaker. He can't even get his party behind him, to pass the budget for it. Then the Democrats got to come in just to keep the government open for a second. That seems like that should be a no-brainer. But these fools, I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate politics, especially the way it is right now. And I always said, no, we got about 30 seconds. I always said 15 seconds. I always said, I wonder if it was like this all the time and we just didn't have the internet. We just didn't know it. I wonder that, you know what I mean? Seriously. Because right now, I wish we didn't have the internet because we know every damn thing. We got to take a break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up, BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code BOOKER at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com and use promo code and receive your first month absolutely free, man. Visit BlueChew.com. Use promo code BOOKER to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section in a row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, bro.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code Booker for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price. Guaranteed. Oh, yes. Hey, what's up? This Booker T, and winter is here, and you know what that means. Trying to stay comfortable while you sleep. Well, I've got something exciting for you.
That's right, Book. We've recently discovered a game changer for a good night's sleep. It's called Miracle Made, and it has its new product, the silver-infused bed sheets inspired by NASA.
Yeah, these sheets are no ordinary sheets, guys. They've got self-cooling properties that keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, thanks to NASA-inspired technology.
And here's the kicker. They're self-cleaning too. Infused with silver, these sheets prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them fresh and clean 3 times longer than regular sheets. So that means no more gross odors. Plus, they're all about comfort and quality. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the crazy price tag of other luxury brands. Trust me, Book, they feel as nice, if not nicer, than the sheets used by some 5-star hotel.
And just in time for the holidays, guys, these Miracle Sheets make perfect gifts for your loved ones. And who doesn't want better sleep and luxurious bed sheets? And guess what, guys? You get 3 free towels with your purchase. But wait, there's more. These sheets are designed with your skin in mind. No more sleeping on bacteria that can clog your pores. You don't want that. Sleep clean with Miracle.
Yeah, so here's the deal, listeners. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker to try it today or gift it to someone special this holiday season. And guess what? You will save over 40%.
Do it! And don't forget, guys, if you use the promo code at your checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and an extra 20% off.
And if that wasn't great, here's the best part. Miracle stands behind their product with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund from Miracle Made.
Hey guys, upgrade with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker and use the promo code Booker and claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Trymiracle.com/Booker. Treat yourself or a loved one this holiday season to a gift of better sleep. Don't wait. Try Miracle Made today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled program for an important public service announcement.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Is it something more essential? A revolutionary ball trimmer that has landed right here from the future.
That's right. Manscaped has been working overtime to upgrade your below-the-waist grooming experience with their cutting-edge Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Let's cut to the chase. Every man out there knows the fear of going in for a close shave in those most sensitive areas.
Yeah, we've been there, Book, but fear no more. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is the hero that you deserve, featuring not 1, but 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads.
This isn't just your standard grooming. It gives that super smooth finish with a new foil blade your heart desires, and Manscaped delivers.
And it does not stop there. With dual LED spotlights, you can navigate the darkest of regions with precision regardless of your skin tone.
And they thought of everything, man. 3-length setting comb, and guess what, my man? This bad boy is waterproof.
That's right, Booker. Trim with confidence in or out of the shower. The Lawnmower 5.0 trimmer helps reduce nicks, the risk of ingrown hairs, and those dreaded grooming accidents.
And because we've got your back, man, get 20% off free shipping with the code, Booker T at manscaped.com.
Just think about it. 20% off, free shipping at manscaped.com with the code Booker T. High-tech grooming for your low places.
Look, man, from a personal experience, this isn't just a ball trimmer. It's like a spaceship for your man parts. Smooth, efficient, and it takes care of B.I.itness, dog.
Remember, We're keeping it real with you all. We partnered up with Manscaped because we believe in the product. They hooked us up and we're passing that on to you.
So, gentlemen, upgrade your grooming game, man, and visit manscaped.com. And don't forget to use the promo code Booker T for your exclusive deal. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. Shocking revelations going down here inside the Hall of Fame. Hey, man, we just spilling all the beans.
All of them.
Yeah.
Look, this is the day. If you ever wanted to get a super chat in and ask Booker what he really thinks of somebody, what he really thought of that angle, what he really thought of that match, the shocking revelations.
Don't ask me what I think about somebody, okay? I try not to, I try not to tell how I really feel about people. It's not a good thing because because they may have thought you liked them.
Yeah.
You really didn't.
Yeah.
But it's been business. It's been business. And, I'm always, about taking care of business more than anything. So that's what I said. Like today, when I hear a lot of these podcasts and those stories, and then you hear, a story be told and you go, man, I thought I knew that guy. I never knew that guy. All this time that I've been around him, I never knew him. It's one of those type of deals. And sometimes it feels kind of bad because you really thought you knew him.
Yeah.
So I try not to, tell those stories like that or anything.
Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of shocking revelations, one came out today in the world of wrestling. The WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, one of the top guys in, all of professional wrestling. He wrestled so far in the year of 2023, 22 matches for the entirety of the year, down 70+% from the year prior of 2021. Some people are saying this is a bad thing. Some people are saying it's a great thing. Some people are saying he's not on TV enough. Some people are saying, well, because he's not on TV all the time, he feels special when he's out there, makes you have to watch. What say you? Roman Reigns, 22 matches as the champion this year. What do you think about that?
People are going to find something to complain about all the time.
Right.
I think one of the biggest complaints was the guys work too much.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest complaints are, they need a season. They need to be able to have an off season, just like basketball. How many times we've heard that?
Oh, hundreds, thousands.
I think you might can go back to the old days and just think how many times Hogan worked on television in a calendar year. Might have been less than that. And nobody was bigger than Hogan. So I think and then just think about this. Can you imagine a boxer boxing 22 times in a year?
Oh, no.
Or MMA fighter fighting 22 times in a year?
Good gosh, no.
22 times is actually, a lot. So that's just the way I look at it. So I look at the pros and cons of it. If Roman wasn't selling no tickets, we could talk. If he wasn't one of the hottest acts on television, and the thing is it cooling off? Of course it's cooling off. It's been what now? Almost 4 years.
Almost, yeah.
Come on. Larry Holmes had the World Heavyweight Championship for 8 years. You don't think it cooled off after, some years and the people was like, man, I can't wait to see this guy get beat. You don't think that?
Yeah.
So I look at the pros and cons of situations like this, and I'm not the people that may have a beef with this that has never done it. They've never done it, and they don't know this. They obviously don't understand, the situations, that's going on behind the scenes with Roman Reigns, with the WWE, or this business.
There's a few things I think about it when I read it. First off, the first thing that comes to my mind, 22 matches in a year. Congrats to you, brother. Saving the money, saving the miles, saving the abuse on the body. More power to you. Now, as a fan, would I want to see Roman Reigns on television more often? Absolutely.
Tell me this here. Roman worked 22 times over the year.
Mm.
Do you really feel like man, I've missed seeing Roman on television. I think, man, I should be seeing Roman more. Do you feel that way?
Do I feel that I wish he would have wrestled more? No.
No, dude. I'm just saying, in hindsight, it's 2020. If you didn't even know about this story right here,
I would say, yeah. I would say, I think that he probably could have been, because there was like a few, maybe like almost 2 months on SmackDown where he wasn't even on there, right?
were you at home saying, man, where's Roman at? Man, Roman need to be working. Were you like that?
I wasn't. I can see how somebody would be, though.
Tell me this here then. Tell me this. When you did find out Roman was working, did you tune in?
It was can't miss television.
Exactly my point.
No, I agree with you.
So people can say whatever they want to say when they're looking at it from the outside, looking in, but I'm strategizing. I'm trying to make the fans want to tune in. And in this game, it's very, very fluid. If we start trying to think like it was back in the day, you're gonna have a star in playing in every role, so many of them that's going to come out of that curtain, going to be stars. You got to have people that Roman can actually go out there and work with. You got to try to build guys to see who the fans are going to resonate towards, and get them. So it's so many variables, man. So many moving parts when it comes to this game. So I guess I look at it that way because I've been a wrestler. I've sat under the learning tree of so many, great, guys, from a wrestling perspective, from a promoter's perspective, from a booker's perspective. I just see it from so many different perspectives.
Oh no, I'm with you. I don't find an issue with him working 22 times. And here's the other thing: has WWE lost money by having him not work 300 days this year?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Actually, I believe 2023 is going to be the highest earning year in history for the WWE.
I mean, I don't think, I really don't think we've missed Roman at all, really. I think he's played a role on television. If you said he's only been on television 22 times, that would be one thing. But you just said he's just worked 22 times. So my thing, the fans sometimes they just want to see you. It's just like me going to I just got a guy from New York just called me a minute ago when we was in the break and asked me, "Hey, Book, can you come to I got a show going down in February. You know what I mean? We want you to come down." You think the fans want to see me work?
They just want to see you.
Just want to see me. So a lot of times, if you don't start thinking with that mentality as a wrestler, you can find yourself bumping your way all the way out of the damn business.
Now, let me ask you this, because you have been a wrestler and you have been in the locker room. You've been in that environment. If the world champion, in your opinion, as a wrestler, and you're not him, only worked 22 matches that year, do you think that breeds a certain amount of resentment in the locker room for that guy? Or do you think it gives a certain amount of motivation in the locker room saying, I want to be like that guy?
Guys going to be envious of someone who's, got it like that. But who cares? Nobody cares about that. I mean, you get to my position, however you got to get here. Right. It's just the way the wrestling business has always been. And do I care what people think? No, I don't. And the thing is, if I got that spot, you better not come tell me you think that way, because you might not have a job.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. It's just the way it works. It's a pecking order. And right now, Roman is the guy. He's the guy. And until and the thing is, trust me, it's going to be a time when there's another guy. it's just going to be a time when it's always been that way.
There's always going to be the guy. I guess, my thing is, from a resentment standpoint, is that like a demotivator for some of the talent? Like, oh man, this guy's coming in getting all the money, only working 22 dates a year, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about this place.
Well, people could think, it may be guys that think that way, and those guys may need to go work somewhere else, because no one cares about that. No one cares what the guy that's not in that position is thinking. I remember remember being in Disney one time. We was doing shows. We would go down every 3 months and do tapings for WCW. And I remember this so vividly. It was one of the enhancement guys. He was wanting a little extra money because he was like, man, we've been doing this all this time, and the stars get all this money, and we don't get, we get this, you know what I mean? We got to be here and do this, you know what I mean? We was having a meeting, and this guy actually, raised his hand because he had something to say. And he said, I just think, the enhancement guys need to get paid more money because, we're the one putting these guys over. We're the one that's showing up doing this and that and whatnot and the other. And as soon as he finished talking, he goes, the guy who was running it, he goes, you through? He goes, yeah, you're fired. Get out of here. I'm not lying. That's a shocking revelation right there. I'm not going to say the guy's name, but he knows if he's still still out there. Those guys in the WCW who was at Disney that day, they know. My brother was there. I'm sure he remembered very vividly. You know what I mean? But it's like, bro, if you're not in position to be talking like that, you got to understand, it's a rule. 99%, you might want to keep your mouth shut. When you're 100% about something, you speak up 100% of the time, but you might get fired.
You might.
That's just the way it is. No, was it right for the guy to get fired? No, it wasn't. But I'm just saying, that's just the way it is.
It's the way it goes, man. It's just how it goes.
Hey, you know what I mean? You got to take a break. What?
No, I have a story that I want to tell on the other side, and then we got to take some super chats.
Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. That little break made me feel good there because my girl Promise Braxton, she's over there in Japan right now. The Rebel Boot is doing her thing, man. And I tell you, first trip, I was in the Tokyo Inn, little spot. But when I went back with WCW, I was in the Kyo Plaza, man. I was in the Kyo Plaza, dog. Big rooms, you know what I mean? Room service, all of that there. Denny's right down the street, the Sizzler. Oh yes, man.
Oh yes, man.
Like I was at home for a minute. What you do?
No. This is a really small thing, but it made me laugh. So you were telling a story about the enhancement talent getting upset, right? And I'm not going to say any names, but every so often, you'll call a reality wrestling meeting, and I hope I'm not telling this out of school, but I don't think that I am. Every so often, you'll call a reality wrestling meeting, and everybody's required to show up, and you have someone on your mind that you want to delineate. One of the last ones I remember is there were people. I'll characterize it in this fashion. There were people doing shows that weren't reality wrestling, but they were also not beneficial to them, and perhaps damaging not only themselves but perhaps the Row Shield. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, okay? Picking up bad habits as well.
And picking up bad habits. So we have this meeting, and Booker's like, look, if you're going to take these dates, like, make sure you're working someone good. Make sure you're getting paid well. If you need help, getting a little pay, I'll help you out. I'll make the call for you. But just don't do all these shows, every weekend, and especially we had this, this was going into WrestleMania, and there was talks of us doing something at the WrestleMania that year. And you're like, especially don't take these dates or whatever. And you made it very clear exactly what you meant. You couldn't have been clearer if you wanted to, right? And then Booker ends the meeting by saying, does anybody have any questions? Which is Booker code for nobody better have any damn questions. Right? And so normally when this section of the meeting happens, we all just kind of look around. All right, cool. No one's got it. Awesome. We're going to keep him rolling then. Right? So I'm thinking this is not going to be any different. I look around and somebody's hand, I see it right here by the shoulder, and it goes up and it asks the question. and they raise their hand, and you go, yeah? What's your question? And then they go, so what you're saying is, and then they rephrase what you said, and then they say, so can I not take this booking I have this weekend? And then it was just like, bro, were you listening? The answer is no. You shouldn't have taken that booking. God dang, man. You know, they say that, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you listen twice as much as you talk.
That's wrestlers. That's wrestlers, man. That's wrestlers. I'm serious. You can tell them exactly what you want. They're here in a different way. It's nuts. It's nuts, man.
So it's like, and then one time somebody used a pile driver, and
oh my God, yeah.
without getting it cleared, and you made it abundantly clear, we don't do pile drivers here. We're in the business of protecting our opponents, not putting them in harm's way. And so no more pile drivers. And then somebody raises their hand. So you're saying we can never use pile drivers again? And it's like, did you just not listen to this profanity-laced explanation of why we're not doing the pile driver?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about. You remember that, right? You remember both of them.
Oh yeah. I remember a bunch of episodes that should have been on tape. Like Rob Bourne's.
Oh man.
Get out of here, man.
Hope you're doing well, man.
I don't care where you go, but you got to get the hell out of here right now.
Shout out to Rob, man. Rob's cool people.
It's real, man. It's real, man. Shout out to Rob Bourne.
I'm sure he's doing well. Look, we do have some super chats to get to. Did you have any other shocking revelations?
No, man. Nothing other than you saw the article I was reading. Kurt Angle, where he was saying he was taking $7,000 a month, for pills, to cover his habit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's some deep stuff, man. I can't even imagine that.
That's $84,000 a year.
Yeah, but that's something that young people really need to hear, though, man. So I appreciate Kurt Angle for being able to share those experiences, because if these young guys don't hear it, they can fall right in that rabbit hole themselves and boom, be doing the same exact thing. That's the one thing that's cool about this generation. I haven't heard a whole lot of stories like that. I've heard a few here and there, but it's rare that you hear stories like that with these young guys today. So I appreciate Kurt Angle for actually sharing that.
No, man, Kurt's one of the GOATs, but also, advocacy and telling your story. Because, I've watched his documentaries, and, I've met Kurt now several times, and we've had him on the show several times. And I know, going through what he went through, especially with, the addiction as heavy as it was for as long as it was not easy to talk about. Right? You're Olympic gold medalist. You're American hero, American icon. Yeah. You're not supposed to have any flaws. Think about, and I think that this is probably a conversation to be had, because we really big up the Olympic athletes. We look at them on a pedestal, probably more so 30 years ago than today, because just everything's so segmented. But back in the day, I remember even growing up, when the Olympics were on, you didn't watch anything else. It was like everybody. I knew more about bobsledding for that 2 weeks that I've thought about it more, and I've reacted to it. But my point is, like, everybody used to be locked into the Olympics. So for you to be an Olympic hero, win the gold, and then have this, I wouldn't say precipitous fall, but have this personal fall into drugs and abuse and alcohol and all the things. And then, just like an American hero, battles through the adversity and comes out the other side, and now is trying to teach the next generation to not make these mistakes. Please don't do it.
No, man, when I read that, I was like, man, that's powerful. That's powerful to be able to tell that story and hope that some kid, with all that potential, don't fall into those same traps. But it only take one time, though, taking those painkillers and, to get hooked on them, and what Kurt was going through with a broken neck. And, the way I heard, the story told. The doctor would shoot him up with I don't know how many shots right before the match.
Right before the match.
You know what I mean? He would have to go, so I can imagine, the pain that he was going through after. I mean, a grueling match, putting all that stress on his neck. His neck is already broken, but he doesn't even feel it. But he's still fighting out there. And you can't even think about that.
Man, only probably making it worse.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, it's making it worse. That's all he's doing is making it worse. So I understand. It's just like Marcus Bagwell. When he broke his neck, start taking painkillers. Next thing you know, that's a rabbit hole that you just do not want to go down. And I've had my knee scoped a couple of times, and first thing they do is prescribe you some powerful stuff, man. When you walk up out of there. And I'm gonna tell you, it's good. I'm gonna tell you right now, it makes you feel great. But one thing about my personality is it always said was if it's something that's too good, it's got to be bad.
It's got to be bad.
It's got to be bad. And I tell you, every time I've had surgery, I would not even finish the bottle, just because I did not want to go down that rabbit hole. I said I'd rather feel the pain, just because to know I'm alive. I know if I feel it, I'm still here. I know it's hurt. And if I don't feel it, it's a problem. That's just the way my brain works. But some people give me one, nah, that ain't working. Give me two, nah, that ain't, give me five. I've actually seen guys take 5 to 10 pills at one time. Bang. Back in the day. I really have. And it was like, wow, man, how could you do that? But then they're sleeping their food, 30 minutes later. That type of stuff. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah.
It is wild, But to think about not just Kurt and what he went through, but like it made me think. Remember, like when the baddest man on the planet, and far the Olympics goes, was Michael Phelps. Remember Michael Phelps winning? It was in the Beijing Olympics, I think 2008, something like that. He won all the races, gold, 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 gold. And remember how big of a deal it was when it was like Michael Phelps caught puffing a joint. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like
it was freaking ostracized his ass.
Like I think he lost sponsorships, he lost deals.
They crucified him for that.
And look, here I am. I'm still remembering. Like I remember the scandal of Michael Phelps and that. What a ridiculous thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way the world is, man. They want to build you up just to break you down, man.
Yeah.
That's the way the world is, man. They want to build you up just so they can break you down, and they don't want to just break you down. They want to break you down publicly.
Yeah.
And they don't want to just break you down. They want to strip you of everything. It's amazing, this world today. And I think that may be one of the reasons I stay so to myself. Try not to, get into anybody's business, and I don't want anybody in my business. Just because I think that might be it, man, because people are looking to take everything from you. I don't know why. I don't know, but it goes back to this world is different now, man. This world is totally, I don't know if it's, a lot of it is social media. I know people comment about me that don't know me, that have never, walked a day in my shoes, and they know all about the wrestling business, and they've never done it before. I see it on a regular day-to-day basis, and I just wish this world was different, man. But, we're here now. We're here.
We're here. We're absolutely here. And we have about one more segment left. We have some super chats we got to get to.
Let's take one super chat now, man. Let's take one.
We have one. We have time for one? Okay, This is from Breland.
You don't mess with my little private man.
Sorry, I hit them both at the same time. Oh, man, it's going to be on like a steaming pot of neck bones. I'm talking about cooking 3 to 4 days, the meat just falling off the bone. Going to be dangling off.
Man. Oh, yeah, man. That's one of my old lies, man. We got another one there.
This is a awesome sauce.
You don't mess with my little privates, man.
They became a YouTube member. We appreciate you. Awesome sauce, man.
Maybe I want to thank Maven also last week for being part of
the show. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a really, really good talk with Maven. Maven was a little hot when I showed him the biceps.
He was a little mad at it. I could tell.
He was a little hot, because he ain't working out no more. He ain't in the gym. I'll whoop his ass. I'm just playing. I did that already. We got to take a break. We got to take a break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, y'all. I just want to throw it up there for you one more time. Because I was a little private. I was a private back then. I was a special ops. You know what I mean? I would go out on special missions and whatnot, but I was still kind of like, like a private, private first class. So all my little privates back then, man. I appreciate y'all for getting me to this point, man. Especially those wars, back in Grenada. I took some shrapnel back in Grenada back in '85. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys.
It's ridiculous.
What? That was one of my promos back in
Took
the
some
day.
shrapnel in Grenada.
Back in '85.
85. To hell, man. We had more.
That's a stupid story right there.
It's awful and awesome all at the same time. You know what I mean? Let's see here. We got a Cali Toenail, though.
And if you find the tenderoni that is right for you.
Just want to make sure we get to all of them here. Cali, thank you guys so much. I'm so damn happy I could just chew it and do it. I love supporting this small little company that works hard for their artists.
Man, we appreciate you, Cali. Most definitely, man. Looking forward to seeing you and getting a chance to meet you in person. Christmas Chaos.
Make sure you hit me, Callie. Make sure you hit me up. Shayla just left us a 10 spot. We appreciate you, Shayla.
Ooh, Shayla. Most definitely, man. We appreciate that.
This is another Cali Toenail. Damage control has gotten out of control for Bayley as of Crown Jewel. Now Asuka is in. Does anyone think Bayley's time is running as the leader of the group?
You know what, man? Honestly, I'm not going to sit here and, try to fake it or nothing, but I haven't really been off in the damage control a whole lot lately. They kind of like been off my radar.
Well, Dakota's down with the injury, and EO is the
thing is, I like the faction. I like the faction thing, but I would love all of those women competing because they're all so dynamic. Bayley's damn good. All right. I don't know. I don't know if, she likes the role that she's playing right now, but I do know at one point in time, Bayley was like one of the hottest we had in that division before she got hurt and left or whatever. What happened? I think did she get hurt when she had left?
Bayley, yeah, she went down with an injury.
Yeah. And and then, Io Sky, I don't know. I mean, maybe she need a mouthpiece, but maybe you could find another mouthpiece for her, that could actually play that role that don't have to, not be in the ring because you could use, all three of those ladies actually. So my thing is they've been off my radar, so.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, Bayley, I don't know if it's just not the right, because I liked when she came back at SummerSlam and it was like the leader of a faction. It was a cool idea.
Yeah, it was cool for a minute.
It was, I agree.
That's what I mean about it. It was cool for a minute, but I'm used to seeing Bayley working. I'm used to seeing Bayley be that heel and go out and perform. And like I said, I think Dakota and Io, I really don't think we've really got a chance to see Dakota really, really shine at all since she's been in this group.
No.
She's like been hidden. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the faction. I feel like AEW got too many factions too.
Well, yeah, everybody in AEW is in a faction. But I agree. I like Dakota Kai. I like them all individually. I just don't know if it's taken off the way perhaps they might have thought with damage control.
Yeah.
This is from Awesome Sauce.
Super chat.
Look, I'm watching your TNA run. Well, first of all, God bless you. And you're calling everyone a pooput. You're a pooput. I've been wondering for years what that word means. You were calling him a puppet, right?
No, poop put Rudy Poot.
Oh.
That's some old Iceman King Parson stuff,
Poop
back in the day,
I thought you were saying puppet with an accent.
Iceman was one of the best to ever do it, really. He was one of the best promo guys that ever came along. And I used to love watching me some Iceman King Parsons back in the day. One of his best lines was, have mercy, because it bees that way sometime. Oh, yeah. That's that boy right there, man. You should love me some Iceman.
Iceman King Parsons, man. You gotta love him. You gotta love him. I'm actually, I'm trying to see if there's an old. Can we watch one real quick Iceman King Parsons promo?
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
All right, this is the Iceman King Parsons. I think it says calling out Harley Race from an old, it looks like Jim Crockett Promotions show.
I love me some Iceman, man.
Oh no, this is from Championship Sports Wrestling on Channel 11.
This is all off the cuff, too. I don't even know what it
Former
is.
world champion. This is the biggest fight of my life, people. So listen to me, because you know when the Iceman tell you something, you know it's the gospel. Now, I done been from one end of the globe to the other. And I ain't had nobody to shame my people, to insult my family like Harley Race. But let me tell you something, sucker. Last Friday, yeah, we got down. We got way down. But Harley Race, what happened, baby? You couldn't get the job done. So when you found out you couldn't deal with the Iceman, what'd you do? You went and got yourself disqualified. Well, baby, I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't accept that. Now, I put up 5 big ones, people. Sisters and brother, listen to me. Stop doing what you're doing. Put your pots and your pans down. Just get Iceman a few minutes of your time, and I know you can dig it. $5,000 Race. You understand me? $5,000 for the Missouri title. Well, brother, you know I'm Missouri bound. I was born there. I bred it there. And when I die, I hope it be right there in Missouri. I'm coming, Harley Race. I'm coming. Have mercy.
Yo, Iceman's the truth.
You wonder where I get it from, dog. I stole a lot of Iceman, man. I know I did. He said a lot of stuff that I just with that one promo. Can you dig it? You know, sucker. All of that Iceman, man. I mean, the dude, he was one of my favorites.
Put down the pots and pans and listen to Iceman for a moment.
Give me a minute of your time.
Give me a minute of your time. I put 5 big ones.
Have mercy.
I like how he said, I was born in Missouri. I bred it in Missouri. And when I die, I hope it's in Missouri.
Probably ain't never been to Missouri.
Probably never there a day in his life. But everybody in Missouri is like, that's our guy.
Oh,
that's our man.
I love that man. He was good. He wouldn't put me and my brother over, but he
Besides,
never beat your heroes. But definitely was one of my favorite when I was coming up.
Here's another one. We only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
Repause order. Did my homeboy Brad G announce that I'm the Super Chat winner of Christmas Chaos yet? Hashtag wishful thinking. Sorry, repause order. It was Cali Toenail. Cali Toenail's the man. He's the man.
Next time, stay tuned, man.
Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. So it's coming. It's coming. This is from M Music. So who jumped Trick? Lexus or Carmelo? Tell us, Book. What are the shocking revelations?
Well, as it looks right now, man, I mean, we know Melo didn't do it, right? We know that. So Lexus
do we?
King, do we? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You know, what the hell is he calling me for? But I don't know.
Who is he?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. You're gonna find out who actually was the culprit real soon on that.
I want to know who's calling you. This is from Big Breezo. Hey, Book. Remember when you slapped King in the face with a TV monitor for touching your crown?
That was I should have went to jail that day.
You beat that man up.
I should have went to jail that day because that was a crime. What I did to Lawler, it was a crime. It really was. When I go back and watch that, I go, man, I didn't have a heart. I really didn't at that time. I had lost it by time I became King Booker at that point of the run, man. So as well as he really ticked me off that day. That was my final match after that in WWE. I left the company after that. I was really upset. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it came out that night on Lawler when I think back on it, because that final pay-per-view was with Hunter, and I left the company after that.
Yeah. We took it out on Jerry.
I took it out on Lawler.
Took it out on the King, man. Jerry the King.
I feel bad about that now too, man. I'm sorry, King. I'm sorry.
I hope Jerry's doing all right, man. Big Bree. Oh, that was from Big Breezo. And then finally, this is from New South Wrestling LLC. Just want to support a good brother, Booker, and drop 50. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you, dog.
New South.
Man. Most definitely. New South always, working the magic here inside the super chat, getting the champagne wishes and caviar dreams. But I represent New South as well, man. We appreciate those guys. Yeah,
man. You were just there not too long ago, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Me and my main man, Matty Ice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back there real soon.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait. We can't wait for it. But that's all of our super chats. And you know what? We only have about 30 seconds left of the show, according to my clock here, Booker. So
yeah, man. I guess that was all the shocking revelations of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed coming inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Appreciate all you super chatters, man. We really do. Cali Toenail, congrats on being the first super chatter, first winner to come down and be a part of Reality of Wrestling Christmas Chaos. But guys, like I said, Cali's the first, but there are many, many more to come. So just stay tuned to the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Bradley, we appreciate you always, man, for doing the heavy lifting. Like I always say, guys, peace. We love you. We out.
The Ed Milet Show showcases the greatest peak performers sharing their journey, knowledge, and thought leadership.
This is one of the all-time best pieces of advice ever given on the show.
Actor Rainn Wilson.
The number one thing that psychologists point to with young people of why they are struggling so much in this mental health epidemic is they don't have resilience. So how do you build resilience if you don't understand suffering itself?
The Ed Milet Show is available on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Hi there. Sorry for the interruption, but are you enjoying this show on Google Podcasts? You should know that the Google Podcasts app is going away this spring. That's right, going away, gone as in no longer available. You can still enjoy this show elsewhere though. Try out Spotify or Amazon Music, or maybe TuneIn is more your style. Whatever app you switch to, be sure to follow so you never miss the next episode. And Thanks for listening, wherever you listen.